Okay, why alpha male coaches are getting ridiculous. This is featuring FitX Fearless, so let's see what he has to say here.
Why would you want to take a girl back that was taking BBC? Why would you want that? Where your girl at? Tell her holler at me, man.
Bro, alright, should I get back or no? Last thing.
Send me her IG first, and then you can get back with her.
Doesn't like short dudes, bro.
You sure about that? I ain't sure in all areas.
Not
Right?
Bro,
I
that's
gotta go.
pathetic.
Have a good one.
It has not been a good year for our friends over at the Red Pill community. A lot of people have abandoned the niche in its entirety and decided, yo, this is not the way to go. Or
Bro, why are there so many of these type of dudes who are begging to get their girls back after they already went with another dude? That's the most disgusting thing you could possibly imagine. And they're begging to get her back, bro. That's exactly the type of dude that's subscribed to OF. It's exactly the type of dude.
others have decided to go so far in the extreme direction that they are becoming basically anti-Semites or other hate groups because they just don't know what to do with their content anymore. But for those that are still in the community, they are finding new ways to reinvent themselves. And when I say it is the dumbest things in the world, they need to just turn in their red pill cards and do something totally different. Get a day job if you're going to be teaching people how to walk.
Yeah, it is true that the red pill space has died out. I never thought it would be viral, but it was for a few years. And I think it's dying out just because there's only so many times you can repeat the same points. And I think it doesn't resonate with most people to be this like alpha type of guy. I think it's a character that's not authentic, and most people don't even really resonate with it. So I'm definitely feeling that on the red pill space dying. I've been following it for over 10 years since I was in high school when it originally became a thing on the internet. It's completely different now, and I'm kind of grateful it's dying out because it was getting corny, to be honest.
This is how you walk like a man. You walk like a man by always walking, looking in the direction of where you're going. Your head isn't down.
Bro, FitX Fearless seems like he takes himself way too seriously, but it just doesn't come off the same way when you actually observe his body language and the way he is.
To the side is nowhere but fixated on where you're walking. Your shoulder blades are rolled back. There's a slight swing in your arms. You look confident. You look like you own the damn place and you're respected. People can notice you walk in a very confident way, in a manly way, and take you more seriously.
We're at the
This is something that should come effortless and natural. It should be natural for you to walk confidently because you're a confident person. If you have to study how to walk confidently from a guy who looks like he's forcing his walk, even in that video of where he showed an example, he himself didn't look naturally confident. It looked like he was forcing it. It's weird. So this is why he's about to tear into them, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he has to say the rest of the video because this is definitely not natural at all.
bottom of the abyss with this content shit. Now, I get it. Teaching people how to be more confident can prove to be beneficial to anybody's day-to-day life. But there's two things. One, gendering a walk as if one is supposed to come off as more confident than the other is just totally silly. But two, and honestly most important, where the hell is this dude's shirt? Why do you need to take off your clothes in order to teach me how to walk? Now, I get it if he was showing about rolled shoulders and other things like that when people walk. He's trying to have people engage their core and not hunch over and have their back be in pain. But I promise you, you could do all that with a shirt on. At least some sort of wife beater. But you decided to strip down to the shorts in order to show other men how to do something? The red pill is getting more homoerotic every single day. Now, because the red pill community can't attach themselves to the traditional things they used to, you know, the 304s and don't date these types of women and pay for this course to be this type of man and network, etc., they've gone a whole different route. They are taking your day-to-day actions and they're criticizing them. That's right. They're criticizing how you pick up things when you drop them on the floor.
First, I don't lean over it. Actually use my whole body. When I'm trying to shift, I'm not putting my head there and then moving. The proper way to do it, get up, shift the whole body with your head, continue the movement. And it's pathetic if you drop some and you stop looking and acting frustrated.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, this is what my issue is with a lot of people on Twitter too. Is Twitter becomes this weird space of guys who are trying to find the smallest little ways to be alpha. Like you're an alpha male if you use this pen. If you don't use this pen, you're a beta. Like that type of stuff. You drop something and dude, it comes from within. It's not these mechanical expressions of masculinity that make you a masculine man. It's comes from within who you are, who you've developed yourself to be, the stories you tell, the experiences you've had, the 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 uncertain things that you've overcame. That's what actually makes you a confident man. That's what actually makes you have respect when you walk into a room. I can walk into a room and get respect from people who are richer than me, who may get more girls than me, whatever, because the way I carry myself is in a confident way. And it's not about the physical material things that are attached to my name. It's the experiences and the aura that I have when I'm in the room. So trying to be this mechanical guy is very strange, and I'm glad that that trend is starting to die out and getting ridiculed as well.
Gentlemen, a newcomer to the Red Pill community that sits across the aisle from Fit X Fearless has entered the chat. His name is Planet Mike, and he's devised a whole new scheme and scam called body kinetics, making sure that you do everyday mundane tasks in the most masculine way.
Here I am, grabbing it like an ape and coming to business meeting. Make sure not to use underhand grip when carrying the folder. Making it all about the folder, but not about yourself. You grab the folder, approaching the business meeting in this manner. How does it look?
Now I get it.
You gotta respect this guy's boldness. Even though he looks ridiculous, he is confident in himself. And I do respect that. I do respect that. However, it is a bit ridiculous. The premise behind it is good, analyze your body language and be confident, but it comes off mechanically. And people see that. Like, why did he sit down like that? Why did he drop his book? It just looks like a guy was forcing it. Most guys who try to copy him will look even more mechanical than he does. And you'll be super cerebral in your head. You won't be able to connect to people if you're overthinking every movement that hard. And that's why I say it comes from within. But I do respect the guy's boldness to film himself doing this.
It is one thing to be conscious about the way that you look. I believe if you look good, you feel good, you're going to play good. That's what my coach used to tell me. But micromanaging yourself to the smallest degree about how you walk, how you hold a folder, how you even pull out a chair as he did in some of these other reels.
Have you ever wondered what it looks like from the side when you take a seat at the dinner table? Most of you will be leaning over the chair, pulling it over, then coming in and...
And he took the most extreme example, which almost nobody would do. Nobody would do that. I've never seen somebody do that in real life, in exactly that way. But it's important to understand this stuff, but don't overthink it, man.
Make it look effortless. Make that chair serve you. How does it look?
I don't think that that's the way that people are going to look at you more confidently. And I promise you, those micro fractions of a second, like subconsciously putting them in your mind to say, I need to do these the right way, is only taking away from your quality of life. And it's not making you a better person. But if the new grift is teaching you how to do mundane things in a masculine way, hell, I could have been doing that. This is a t-shirt. So what you want to first do is you want to round those shoulders, appear to be big, and you want to close that shirt really hard, pull and tug, and fold this really, really masculine in a way that's showing that you really were in charge of the shirt. I could have taught people how to do different things masculine if this is all it took to make money. Now, I looked at a bunch of Planet Mike's or Magic Mike, whatever he's calling his freaky self. I looked at a bunch of his content, and he's clearly over-exaggerating because people aren't pulling out chairs like this or getting out cars this way. And I'm going to be honest with you, people for sure don't give a damn this much if people are going about doing these simple actions this way. I think people care less about how you hold the folder and what's in the folder and how you present what's in the folder.
Apparently this is useful information, and he calls
Yeah, and it's true because These mundane tasks kind of get tuned out by our brain, and body language is very important. But the body language that people are going to respect the most and that people are going to notice the most is your body language when you're speaking to another person or when you're interfacing with another person. Because that's going to tell somebody so much about you. When you're speaking to somebody or when you're watching somebody speak publicly, you're analyzing their body language to see if they're nervous, to see if they're anxious. That's what's going to be the most impactful display of body language rather than analyzing how you pulled the chair open. Maybe in a slight way it matters, but it's like this. It's almost like imagining you have a camera on you 24/7, like somebody's filming you like you're in a James Bond movie. Yeah, then you have to worry about it then. But other than that, bro, it's way too much for sure.
Calls this knowledge body kinetics. Before I found this account, I never really considered that I was getting out of a car in a way that conveyed lower status.
Never come out with your head forward. I look very uncomfortable, pinched, small.
Also in this post, one of the lines is randomly way quieter than the rest of the video. Talk about not conveying a strong presence.
Business partner that I'm meeting first time, seen that. What do you think they would think of me?
The ultimate goal is to translate grace and effortless in every movement.
But the thing about the red pill community, no matter how much it
And
evolves,
the message is good. The message is good. As much as it's funny to make light of him or make fun of him, it is a good theme that people should understand. Body language is important.
it's never going to address the real issues of the matter. These people are always hiding behind the schemes and scams of life, and they're not telling you their true story, but they decide to pick on one new little thing and scrutinize any and everybody about it, while simultaneously behind the camera, they aren't living that life. FitX Fearless is 5'7". And I don't even know where that goes in the video, but he's just 5'7". It blows my mind that he can scrutinize people like this. The reality of the situation is they are just talking about concepts and not real world things that would make people actually be a man. We're talking about leadership. We're talking about honor. We're talking about dignity. All of that is greater than how you walk into a room or how you get into a car, or how you pull out a chair. No famous quote has ever said the measure of a man is quantified by how he holds a portfolio pad. Literally, do you keep your word? Those are the things that people should be talking about. Can you provide and can you protect? Those are the concepts, the real life concepts that can have action items behind them that will actually lead you to good results. Because honestly, at the end of the day, no matter how much you pull out that chair for a woman and it be the most confident and upright chest move in the world, if you don't pay for the bill at the end of the meal or seem confident when you're talking to her, none of that shit really matters. I've been listening.
And these are things, like I said before, that come from your authentic expression of masculinity. It's not this caricature that you're portraying. It's not this false identity that you're trying to show people. And that's the issue with the red pill movement, why I think it's dying out, is because it's all these pseudo alpha, as it's been called by some, these fake alpha expressions that are not from within. It's external. And that's not what masculinity is.
To a lot of Jay-Z lately, and he's told me how to move in a room full of vultures, and boy oh boy, I know exactly what to do when I get in the room with Bismarck, aka Fit X Fresh Fearless. Be creative with the name, at least. Like, do something different.
Hey babe, I'm going out with Big Charles.
You're going out with who?
Big Charles.
Big Charles?
Yeah, just a friend.
Just a friend?
Yeah, but just a friend, come on.
Hold up.
It's a friend.
Big who? Big Charles is your friend.
Yeah, he's my friend, you know it.
I don't know him.
Come on.
Guys, if your girlfriend is ever going out to hang out with a man that is named Big Anything, you got a big problem. Your girlfriend should not be hanging out with no other men, especially not no Big Charles. If she's hanging out with anybody, that person is going to start establishing a relationship with her, and your relationship with your girl is gone. So she can't have any guy friends that are named Big Anything, or guys in general that she's entertaining as friends, because that puts your relationship in jeopardy. No Big Charles, no Big Anything, not with my girl. She doesn't get to have extra guy friends in her.
And you know what's interesting is this is true, but once again, when you really are that dude, women don't need another guy. They don't need a guy friend. Women have guy friends to fulfill different purposes in their life, whether it's attention, whether it's this guy friend buys me gifts and he's super nice. They have different guy friends that serve different purposes. When you are the man for her, you fulfill every need that she really is needing in her life, the guy friends that she had before will, for the most part, fall away naturally. She won't speak to her guy friends anymore. You won't hear a girl going out to go spend time with another man. That's already a red flag, regardless, by the way. Like, that is pretty concerning, in my opinion, that a woman has a guy friend that she's just hanging out with all the time. For many reasons, that could be a red flag. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but we all know why there are potential issues with women having male friends. So if she has a male friend and you guys have been in a relationship for a while, bro, look inward. Don't look outward.
Our life.
Babe, I'm done with this. You keep talking with the other girls. Like, I can't handle it. I can't stand it with this. Come on.
When a girl ever puts her hands on you, the first thing that you need to do is
Slap her. It's like that.
walk away. Immediately evacuate the situation. Don't you ever put your hands back on her. Don't start screaming and yelling. At that moment, babe, it's over. Okay, you gotta go home until you calm down. And that's not somebody you should be in a relationship with. There should be no physical abuse in the relationship whatsoever, on your part or her part. She shouldn't feel comfortable putting her hands on you. You shouldn't ever put your hands on her. All right, so if a girl ever puts her hands on you, leave immediately, run away, because that situation can get bad really quickly. And from then moving forward, you're not in a relationship with her again.
These tired
That's
old
true. I mean, I don't disagree with that. That was the best reel that I've seen so far.
fake scenarios are things of the past. Like, I'm really even surprised that he's doing these things, because we've seen older red pill content creators do the same exact thing and be exposed for not really living that alpha male type of lifestyle. But ultimately, we know that these are exaggerations. Who this is even reaching because they think this is some sort of real content is always gonna amaze me. Most average men don't meet themselves in these situations where their girlfriend is getting texted by somebody with the name Big Charles with the eggplant emoji. Do people not even think about the fantasies that you have to go to put yourself in situations where your woman will be being texted by Big Charles? You putting your...
In fairness, though, it's content for entertainment purposes. So, again, with all of this stuff, the theme isn't necessarily wrong. It's the presentation that's a bit ridiculous, but they're trying to get eyeballs, so they go to extremes because that's what gets views. So, in fairness to him, it's just a content strategy. However, I still think that he doesn't portray masculinity authentically. It's all about external appearances, and that is the real problem.
Yourself in these fantasies only pushes you further and further away from the realities of life. This is making you hate women based off of hypotheticals that you made up in your own head, that you've never experienced, like your friends have never experienced, your family members have never experienced, but because Fit X, Fresh, Fearless, Fresh Fit, Byron clone knockoff wannabe made it up and put it on a video, you've decided that this is actual real life.
What do you do on your free time?
Well, I actually like anime, Dragon Ball Z. That's the reaction you're gonna get from women when you say stupid shit like you watch Dragon Ball Z or anime. So I always tell you guys, you need to have a life that is very interesting. Doing stuff like anime, playing video games will never attract any woman. It will never turn a woman on. She might...
Yeah, but that's the worst advice ever, is to get hobbies for women. Your hobbies are for yourself. It's your opportunity to enjoy spending time with yourself. So you're going to change your daily life that you have for yourself to attract a woman. That's horrible advice. Now, should you tell a woman that you like anime? If you feel comfortable to, then yes. I have many interests of what I do, many things that I like. So I could tell a woman I like photography, which is true. I could tell a woman I like chess, which is true. I could tell a woman I like playing basketball, which is true. And all those wouldn't be lying to her. So maybe portray your hobbies in a cooler way, but don't change what your interests are to attract women. That is the worst thing you could ever do.
might not react like her, but in her head, she's gonna make that same reaction. So you gotta know what to say when you're talking to a woman and what to avoid saying. If you watch a lot of anime and all that shit, maybe you don't really say that on a first date. Listen, if you're a guy that wants to know how to have a proper conversation with a woman, I have a free ebook for you called Conversation Mistakes. Things you should not say on the first date. It's completely free. All you gotta do, man, is comment the word convo below and I'm gonna send it right to you.
See, you can say you watch anime, you can say whatever you want, but I just wouldn't get carried away into that conversation. So, if you say you play video games sometimes or you watch anime, and those are your favorite hobbies in the world, that's literally you're so passionate about that, definitely say what you're passionate about. Don't back down from it. But just know that most women don't really like anime and they think it's kind of a weird interest. So for you to say that you watch that, um, you know that most women may not have an interest in it too. So definitely don't try to get carried away in a conversation about it. That's one of the biggest mistakes that guys make is they talk about male interests with the women instead of talking about her and getting her to open up. They talk about that's my favorite anime. I've been watching it for 10 years, blah 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 blah. That's definitely a mistake. But you don't have to hide who you are because if a woman likes you, she's going to like you. If she doesn't like you, she's not going to like you. Whether you watch anime or you don't.
Same tired tropes, same bad advice that all lead to the same tired ebook that ultimately has a PayPal or some sort of course or one-on-one consultation link at the end of it. Don't tell the women that you like anime. I think most people who like anime usually find somebody else who likes anime. Like, I think it would be weird if I went to DreamCon because I liked anime and I didn't reveal the woman that I took out on a date that I liked anime. Most people like people that have the same interest as them. I don't even know why this is, oh God. And there it is, the thing that Fit X Fearless is most well known for. He's fixated on your penis size to truly show how masculine of a man you are.
Is it possible to get bigger down there?
100%.
How?
You have to maximize your erection quality. There are several things that you need to do, but my starter pack is nitric oxide and L-citrulline. Nitric oxide relaxes the smooth muscle tissue that produces blood flow to your junk, and L-citrulline converts to L-arginine, which produces nitric oxide. When you can
Well, those tricks may be true, but being healthy as a man is the actual way. Being a healthy male. And what that means is having regular exercise, having a diet full of whole foods. Because I had this problem too before. I had normal level testosterone. Now my testosterone is much higher because I started eating way healthier. And my quality in that realm definitely increased. It definitely got better. So it was just making those changes because I was doing this for a while. I was eating watermelon, eating dark chocolate, like doing all these little tricks to try to help. You're just going to be dependent on these little substances. You're going to be the dude who, you know, like before a girl comes over, or like if she stays over your house, you're going to pump nitric oxide into yourself. And that's going to, you're going to have to do that for the rest of your life, bro. That's not worth it. Fix yourself, your health internally, once again, inside, and then you'll get those expressions that you're really looking for.
get L-citrulline and nitric oxide supplementation, this can allow you to maximize your blood flow down there, which will make your specific blood vessels of your junk as big as possible. Disclaimer, you have to do your own research. Make sure your doctor consults you that you're okay to take these supplements.
See, the thing about these,
And the other thing too is that's one of the dumbest things that we as men do. I don't think it's exclusive to the red pill, but I think a lot of men have an insecurity about having, you know, a small meat. But as long as you're not on the extreme level, bro, you can make it work and you can do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like your pleasure can get satisfied as well as hers if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't matter the size. It's not going to be pleasurable for your woman. So that's something you definitely should consider before trying to cover up some insecurity once again.
these types of guys is they're like a broken clock. They're right every once in a while, but I promise you, more oftentimes than not throughout the day, they are going to be saying the wrong thing, giving the wrong advice, or making up hypotheticals that really don't exist in actual dating and putting them on video to only get you to worry more and think more about your life in a panicky way. The reason why I hate these types of people is because there's an actual real problem with male loneliness. Like, people do need help, and it's not helping people for you to be hyper fixated on these superficial things on the internet. Sure, it is good to get in the gym and be the healthiest that you can be, but it shouldn't stop there. It shouldn't be fixated on your money or these hypothetical situations or how big your dick is. I would like to see more one-on-one conversations, but even the times when these people do these one-on-one conversations, they look like this, and I'm ultimately disgusted by them.
I think you would look more handsome without the dreads. Cut that shit. 100%.
You want me to go bald like you?
I'm not bald. I have.
Dude.
How am I bald? There's hair on my head.
So you think if I cut the dreads, it's gonna take me up?
It's gonna make you look more handsome.
Yeah.
How am I? Like, you think you just call me bald? What?
You tripping? You tripping?
Then if you don't want my advice, then why are you asking me? I'm trying to tell you what would make you look more attractive.
I agree to disagree. Waves is insane though.
But those strands on your hair doesn't look insane,
bro. I ain't gonna lie. We could get hoes in this chat right now.
So hold up, bro. Hold up. You're looking at yourself on camera in front of the world, and you're seeing these strands of knotted hair in front of your face.
Ask
and
the
you
chat
think
who
that
got
it
better
doesn't.
hair, B or you?
Which hair? What are you talking about?
Ask the chat who got better. Yeah.
Better what?
He's just a YN, but you can tell it's different styles for different heads. So notice how he's confronting a young man, and he's getting kind of emotional about it. It's definitely showing where his masculine base is. But he may have even had like a spray something on his hair, so we don't even know if that's true. He may have put minoxidil on his hair or something. He may be losing his hair. It looks like his hairline is a little bit further up. So that style may just work for his head. I don't think dreadlocks are inherently bad. It does have a certain stigma to them, so you just need to be aware of that whenever you are wearing your dreads.
Dread, who got better hair?
I don't have dreads. I'm trying to say you have dreads. They don't make you look good. Are you gonna listen to my advice, or you?
Where are the fathers? Listen.
Yeah, good question, man, and that's very. That is the exact question to ask. Where are young fathers, or where are the fathers with their men, their young men, guiding them to adulthood? Because that is the source of this problem.
The 94 crime bill did a mass injustice to a lot of the community. This is sad as fuck. I hope one day that the red pill community can shift away from all of the griftedness that they once did and not just repackage it and put it to another form. I think this Fit X Fearless guy reminds me a lot of Donovan Sharp. You know, the guy who got exposed by ABBA and Preach, the one who used to do those insane skits too about women.
I don't commit to women who go to bars. I don't commit to women who go to clubs. I don't commit to women who travel by themselves. I don't commit to women who go to girls' nights out, and I do not commit to women on social media.
And again, body language, this guy's trying to force it. He's trying to force his alphaness. It just comes off cringy. It comes off weird. And you can immediately sense it. This guy was exposed for getting like some young girl, like swindling him out of a bunch of money, and he ended up almost homeless, like begging to get this girl back, or it was something similar to that nature. And the truth will always reveal itself. So these guys trying to look alpha and trying to force it, it just comes off incredibly cringy.
Like no social media at all?
I didn't stutter.
So you're saying I can't do any of this stuff?
You're a grown woman. You can do whatever it is you want to do.
So if I reactivate my Instagram, what happens?
That means you've dumped me.
How am I dumping you? It's my IG.
Yes, you did. And in doing so, you engage in the actions of women I do not commit to. Ergo, you dumped me.
This sounds like an ultimatum.
Not at all. This is a choice. You can either choose to engage in behaviors of women I don't commit to, or you can be in a relationship with me, but never both. Are we done?
That's the guy who got exposed for basically living a lie, getting married to a single mom, and currently his channel is dying. I think that there's a reason why this sensationalized content goes viral, but at the same time, it's not helping men in masses. Ever since the red pill community came to the mainstream, it's kind of funny and interesting that these numbers about male loneliness have only continued to go down and down and down and down. But some of those positive male role models that are on the internet seemingly went away for like so long, that point that they're almost not even existing in real life anymore. And it's probably because they exist in real life and they're actually helping people in real life situations and not on the internet. But somebody should probably do a study as to why the rise in red pill content also caused the rise in male loneliness. I wonder if those two things are correlated. Hopefully this is something that we can leave in.
No causation, but there is a correlation. Lonely men are seeking other men as mentors and as guidance, and I've done the same, and it can be very useful. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just think trying to be this pseudo alpha male is cringy, and that's their biggest issue.
In 2024, I know it's already crept over into 2025, but let's just keep it to this month of January. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make another video and get a 1 out of 10.
Yeah, good video, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. I'll see you guys on the next one.